Hello, we are here for free live tarot readings. Had to get my phone. Oh, okay. Brianna, hello. How's it going? I was just watching Larry's review of my deck. Heidi, hello. How are you doing? How is everyone? It is Tuesday. My soup is here Friday. I ordered a bunch of soup, you know, because we're quarantined and all that. So I figured I'd have some food just in case the restaurant's closed down. CM, hello. Van and Doan, hello. How's it going? Brianna, what did Larry say? Larry said he may not use them. He may just use them as a collectible. Miriam, hello. Miss Tony, how are you? Mehak, good to see you. And Ursula, it's good to see you as well. Tonight we're doing, guess what? That's right, tarot readings. Tonight we do tarot readings because that is what we do. Yep. What's up, Larry? I just watched your flip through there. You're actually the first person that has it on their channel, other than me. I mean, obviously, yeah, you know. Other than me, you're actually the first person. So, what are we doing? How was your day? It was good. I worked. Kayla, hello. CM, always good to see you. Does anybody have a question? What will this new moon energy bring me? Well, let's find out. Found out last night. I still work my hours. So your hours are cut in half. Yeah. I think the good old virus is affecting everybody, but I think it's going to be gone end of the month. End of the month, I think. That's my prediction. Not saying it's correct. I'm not a doctor or anything, but it's getting warmer. And viruses and warmth don't go together. How many people you know have the flu in summer? Zero. TTV, hello. How is it going? Haiti, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Haiti wants to know, let's see, Jay, who I am dating, wants something serious with me and what he thinks about me. Okay. What does Jay want? Serious? Serious. Serious or no? What does Jay want? Let's find out. Mehak, any good things coming to me? All right, I do need to get the Playful Heart Tarot into a graphic that I can show on screen. I think that would be greatly beneficial if I can do that. Have you done a tarot reading on the US? Dewo, yes, I actually did Sunday and the Sunday before that. I did my predictions on the coronavirus, so go check out those at the very end of both streams. Every Sunday, I think I'll do that. Just do my predictions for the coronavirus and see how it goes. All right, so let's find out about Jay. What is Jay doing there? Is Jay getting serious? Or is Jay going to just hang out? Or what does Jay think? All right, so we're currently dating Jay. Well, not we. I mean, I'm not dating Jay. But we're currently dating Jay, and we need to know what's going on. So here we go. All right, so we're looking at Jay with the Playful Heart Tarot. I need an iron. I don't think I've ever ironed any of these claws, and they're all crumpled up. So let's figure out get an iron. Tony, hello, how's it going? Hopefully people aren't hoarding irons. If they are, that's kind of odd. So we have the unfocused Six of Swords. There we go. There we go. We have the focused now, Six of Swords, and let's see, the Tower, Moon, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. So pretty much looking at, as far as serious goes, I think that, yeah, you do have some options for being serious. You know, try to get serious with this. So I do think there are options for getting serious. I think that their version of the relationship, Brianna, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. I think their version of the relationship is going to be a bit of a spicy one, possibly. So, you know, spicy, a little bit of adventure, a little bit of action, definitely not boring. A lot of things sort of coming and going. And the tower into the moon means that I think that's going to work out. I think that you can sort of figure out how much spice that you're willing to put up with, or how much drama and whatnot you're willing to put up with before, you know, and I think you're willing to work that out, and both of you willing to sort of figure this out and work together on this. I think that pretty common type situation there. I think it's something that you're going to be able to put up with and work with, and it's going to be a pretty good relationship with that. Six of Swords says that there's also a bit of speed difference. Like one person will want to get serious as long as or at a different speed as the other person will want to get serious. In other words, maybe you want to get serious at this speed, and maybe they want to get serious at a different speed. So Six of Swords points out there may be a bit of discrepancy between the two types of that, and it could cause some arguments. It could cause some a bit of drama here and there in the long run. But if you're looking for getting serious, I think it's quite possible. But there's going to be a bit of spice that sort of enters in here, right? A little drama, a little action, adventure. Brianna, thank you for your other donation. So little. Anything is appreciated. But yeah, so the Six of Swords says we could be at different speeds with that. The Moon says I think that you do have a good emotional connection, and you have a good emotional stability that will overall be within the serious umbrella of this, right? But again, we're sort of looking at different paths once we do get serious. One is the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be looking for stability. I want stability. I want a relationship I can come home to. I want a relationship that leads into these particular things and these particular goals of mine, which are going to be different than possibly some of their goals as well, because they're going to be the King of Wands, right? A bit more of the Aries feel, a bit more of the doing things, or a bit more of the action and adventure, quite possibly within the relationship. So if you're looking for sort of a synchronicity between there, I think you do have it emotionally, but maybe not as far as action goes, or maybe not as far as sort of the step 2 and step 3 of the relationship goes. Anyway, so yeah, I think there's good possibility for that. I think they want similar things that you do, but at a bit of a different speed. So if you're looking for everybody being at the same speed, it doesn't look like that may be something you can count on. Anyway, entertainment purposes, obviously. So what does AG want? Let's find out about that. So AG, is that the one from the other night? Is that the one from the other night that that wanted something from you? That wanted to sell you something or something? It was really weird. Anyway, Brianna, let me know. Is that the same person? Okay, what does AG want? All right. House of Tarot, Jocelyn. Oh, cool. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. I appreciate the compliment there. All right. Let's do the Bonefire Tarot. Figured that out. Here we go, the Bonefire Tarot. We need that as a graphic as well. No, the emotional soulmate. He is a Virgo. Oh, is that the emotional soulmate that you thought was not going to talk to you? Or something? That was your ex-boss, right? The ex-boss, the emotional soulmate, brings all the exes back. The exes from Texas? Is that what's happening there? All the exes back. Is he the dramatic Virgo that I told you that was going to come around? No. He was a obsessive compulsive Virgo or something like that. Well, that's every Virgo, but I think it was some Virgo I said was coming in your life. Is this the one? Your emotional soulmate coming back? Because I remember that one reading, and you were like, I'm supposed to have some OCD Virgo come around. Or quasi-controlling Virgo was what I said. How do I remember this stuff? Like, what's wrong with me? How can I remember little details about a reading from like 6 months ago? I don't know. I'm weird because I'm weird. Okay. All right. So now that we have established my oddities, let's do that there. No eggs, no bread. Yeah. Chrissy, hello. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so it's a quasi-controlling Virgo or something like that. One of those terms. Remember, readings don't want to be I don't want to be with him. But he's your emotional soulmate. Well, emotional soulmates never really go away. They're just annoying sometimes. They don't really go away. They just come back. They don't come back like the physical soulmate where you're all excited for them to come back. They just sort of come back in an annoying type of way. But, you know, that's what soulmates do. Well, emotional ones at least. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to the videos, hit the subscribe button, go to the videos and learn about your 3 types of soulmates. You don't just have one soulmate, you have 3. So go check those videos out. All right, so the King of Wands, what do they want? They want a relationship. The Hanged Man. Looks like they want to get that car and start it up again. And start it up again. They want to get that car. It is the Bonfire Tarot. I threw it like Gambit from X-Men. They want to fire up that relationship one more time. The King of Wands into the Hanged Man. They want... Dewo, hello. How is it going? No X's returned to sender. So the King of Wands into the Hanged Man. So I think that they don't want the same relationship that they had before. I think that they've changed and they've modified and they've had other relationships. And now they want you to replace their old relationship with you. So it looks like they've lost a relationship and now they want to replace that old relationship with you. So if you're willing to sort of dive into that, but you just said you're not, so, you know, we can still go through the reading here anyway. But the Hanged Man, they don't want the same relationship that they had before. They want a new perspective on it. They had a good relationship that they thought after you, and that sort of either just broke up or just stopped moving or something happened. So they want you to replace that person, you know, because you're the one that's available apparently. So Judgment, they want to swap. They want to swap out of people, and it appears that you may be next in line. So the star, it sort of points to that soulmate connection. I think that they've sort of misinterpreted how emotional soulmates work, because emotional soulmates talk about emotions and whatnot. And if you do have some incongruent feelings or some incongruent things like the physical is just not there or the mental is just not there, then you're going to have some problems. And the star means you're sort of ignoring that and not really being a part of that. There is no list. Donations take priority. Then I pick at random. We currently have 4 donations in queue. Okay. So the star means that they're sort of abusing this a bit in the soulmate category because they know you're going to be around. They know you're going to answer the call because you're the emotional soulmate. And that, you know, they could have watched my videos. I'm not saying they did, but they could have watched the emotional soulmate video. Link will be in the description. So Judgment means sort of a swap out and stuff. The Queen of Coins, it's going to be sort of I don't know, a compelling thing for you at some point because, you know, they could have changed a little bit. So if you really want to dive into it, they have changed a little bit. So you never know. The Queen of Coins says you may end up there, you may not. I think you're sort of leaning to it at some point, but if you want to dive into that and enjoy that Virgo lifestyle with all of the OCD aspects and the, you know, the weird things, then feel free to jump right in. Feel free to jump right in, but you just said you're not interested, so probably not. But I think at some point it's sort of compelling because they're just there. And they are the emotional soulmate, so you could have some interesting conversations or whatnot. So anyway, there you go. Jump right in if you please. What's in store for my love life and when? Chrissy wants some details. I'm all about the details. There we go. All right, so DCHR 1, 2, 3. Love life. Give me the details. All right. What is, so I'm assuming that you're single, Chrissy. Assuming that you're single, Chrissy. Let me know. Let me know, Chrissy. Because, you know, the reading could be a bit different based upon if you're single or not. Or if you're currently in a relationship or not. Your payment is due soon. What? I hate, okay, I'm getting picky here, but I hate people that you need to make a payment on something, right? Like your car payment is due on the 1st. And it's now like, well, yesterday was like the 23rd. And they emailed me yesterday and said that your payment is due soon. It's like, wait a minute. That is 8 days away. And you're telling me it's due soon. 8 days is not soon in my book. I'm just saying that's a third of a month there. But that's the way it goes. I do think for this, we could go to the love screen. We could get to the love screen. We're pajama free, right? Yes, we're pajama free on the love screen. I hope everyone is excited for this because I am, especially that we don't have any pajamas in frame because today is shorts day. Today is shorts day, not pajama day. Pajama day was when it was 40 degrees, but now it's 80 degrees. Here we go. Playboy Bunny, what a great name. How are you? All right, let's find out. Any way you can help us. That is a very long message. My dad's been sick for a while, started seeing shadow people, and he said they're not just people, that they are shapes and other forms. And other forms. Huh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Rachel, hello, how are you? So good to see you, Rachel. Always brightens my day when Rachel shows up. I'm just saying. When Rachel shows up. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Gypsy Moon Tarot, hello, how's it going? I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. All right. So let's look about love life and give me some details. Well, the first detail would be that the devil, I do think that you have somebody coming in that's not exactly good for you, but they are a bit of an adventurous person. I think this person is going to be an Aries. They're not exactly good for you, but they're an adventurous person. So if you're looking for a bit of the wild side, you may have some coming with the devil, right? Pretty much end up meeting through social media. There's that distance and that barrier between both of you through social media. And you meet this person on social media and you're like, well, this person's fairly interesting. I mean, they sort of grabbed my attention, and you end up getting in sort of a quasi long distance relationship with them, right? You sort of jump into that. I think you end up seeing each other a couple of times, and you end up talking about, something a bit more to where somebody's moving to meet the other person and someone's moving in or something like that. So, I mean, you do have that seeds planted towards something better. And I think it's going to be a good relationship, right? One of the big things here is that the person is just unusual. They're not like anybody that you've ever met. If you've ever watched the movie Deadpool, when they just sort of match, they're just sort of sarcastic with each other. They just match for no apparent reason. Cosmic YT and Gypsy Moon Tarot, Diva Bomber, Van Ann, how's it going? He Kate's Crossing, already said hello. And Natasha, welcome. All right. And Jen Bo, hey, how is it going? So, I think that you're willing to just jump into this relationship. I don't think it's something that you do commonly, but it's something that sort of strikes your interest. They have something unusual about them, something a bit on that they match your wit. They are interesting. They're unusual. They have weird, interesting hobbies and things like that. Being an Aries, I think they also sort of take command with conversation and whatnot. So you end up talking to the person on the phone and stuff. And it's just never really boring. So you just keep coming back and you keep going back and back. And I think it's pretty exciting for you. So I think you have this opportunity here in the future. If you're looking for when, I would say between 7 and 8 months that you're pretty much into the thick of it. So it's somebody that you have not met on social media. You just end up meeting them. It's just some random thing that, somebody knows them, or they have some social media presence, or they could be somebody that's popular. You just sort of ping them and say, hey, what's up? I like your style, or something like that. So anyway, that sort of ends up happening. So we have a nice little story here of a decent relationship that you can sort of jump into and enjoy. It is long distance. So, with the coronavirus and everything else, any new relationship is kind of awkward when you got corona. You may have to get a certificate of no corona. I think that's going to be the new thing. You were tested for corona and you're free. and you bring that to your date. You're like, okay, let me see your corona-free certificate, and then I'll show you mine. I won't show you mine. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Dewo wants to know, surgery on Friday. What's next? Let's find out. Before we can't do the jump. I don't have any Trump Bucks questions. No, I made a Trump Bucks screen. So anybody wants to know if they're going to get their Trump Bucks, I have a screen that's dedicated to it. All right. So I do want to use a different deck on this. Let's use something we haven't used much before, which is the Tarot in Wonderland. The Corona certificate. I'm corona free, I promise. You just take that on Tinder. That's going to be the new thing. They're going to have a little stamp on Tinder that is coronavirus free. Cool screen. That is the Trump Bucks. That's people want to know if they're going to get their $1,200 check from Trump, and they want to know if they're going to get the Trump Bucks. So I made a screen just for that. Where to purchase what? This? Google. Google's your friend. Google will tell you where to purchase the Tarot in Wonderland. Elizabeth Magical Garden, we've been waiting for you. It's so good to see you. It's always good to see Elizabeth. All right. Let's check it out. Gracia, hello, how's it going? Gracia does not get the Trump Bucks. Elizabeth, look what I got. See, everybody was asking if they're going to get the money from Trump, the $1,200 or whatever. So I made a prediction screen. So if you want to know about Trump Bucks, we got a Trump Buck screen right here. I'm going to put dollar signs on it. So now you just go here and have dollar signs all over it. Anyway, this is the stuff that I do when I'm not working, That's the stuff that I do when I'm not working. So if you wonder how bored I am, you now have your answer. So, okay, let's look at surgery and find out from Dewo having surgery on Friday. I wish you luck, my friend, and I hope everything goes well. The Seven of Cups says that everything will go pretty well. King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. I don't think this is the last surgery. I think you may be back. Entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. This is not medical advice. See your doctor about medical stuff. I'm just a tarot reader, and these are just random tarot cards. But by the way, I think I've seen that you could possibly be back. There is no list. Donations take priority. Then I pick at random. There you go. The cards created by you. Chelsea, email me in the description. There's an email address. Email me, and we'll discuss it if you want a deck. But the Seven of Cups says that they have a lot of different options as to how to proceed with the surgery. And I think they have chosen the option that makes the best choice or makes the best logical sense as far as the Seven of Cups, right? Because this is about choices. This is about I have different things to sort of chase. I have different things to sort of get into. The Three of Cups, I think there's a lot of positivity going into this surgery. I think that they know what they're doing. They've done this before. This is not something that's brand new, not something that's revolutionary to where they don't know anything about it. The people that are doing it are well versed and well done with that stuff. The Ten of Cups, I think that you're actually going to wake up and be a bit surprised at just how well it went. And a lot of times we sort of wake up and, you're sort of disoriented. It's almost like that you wake up and you know that everything is okay. You have this warm feeling when you wake up that you're not disoriented. You feel good. You feel positive, and you have this positivity about you, the Ten of Cups, when you wake up, that's really sort of almost overwhelming because you're like, I didn't know that it would go this well. I didn't know I would feel better. I would feel, obviously there's probably going to be some pain involved or whatnot, but when you wake up, I think you're going to have this overwhelming positivity, a warmth about you, and things are going to be better. The King of Pentacles into the Page of Pentacles. Let me sort of explain this. we have a king into a page. They're both pentacles. It's like that we have a feeling of returning. It's like we have a feeling of returning or a follow-up, a bit of a follow-up on here as far as that's concerned. In other words, you may be going back to follow up on it. You may be going back to get some a slight adjustment to whatever happened or whatnot, but you do have this sense of following up. And this sort of makes sense, right? I mean, this is sort of master of the obvious at some point. Of course, you're going to have some follow-up, but it seems that it's important follow-up. There's something important that's contained within that follow-up. It's not just a follow-up and go, hey, doc, I'm feeling good. How are you? I'm doing great. So it seems that there's a reason to follow up. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because master of the obvious, you're going to follow up. I mean, you're going to go back, but there's a particular reason that you did. Anyway, so that's just what the cards say. Just my humble opinion. Again, not medical advice. I'm just saying what is in the cards. I think everything's going to work out, especially when you're waking up and you're feeling fantastic about it. You go in with a positive attitude. I think everything's going to be fine. I think it's going to be great. So I think you're going to do fantastic, and good luck, my friend. I hope everything works out for you. All right. So what does M have for feelings about me? GMT. Not Greenwich. Is it Greenwich Median Time? Is that what GMT stands for? Okay, now I got to find out. That's bothering me. All right. What does GMT stand for? GMT stand for, is it Greenwich? Yeah, what is GMT? Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time. Greenwich Mean Time. That is it. All right. Reading for Greenwich Mean Time, otherwise known as Gypsy Moon Tarot. All right. What feelings does M have for me? I think for this, we're going to use the Light Seers because everybody loves the Light Seers Tarot. Have you ever actually had anybody that does not like the Light Seers Tarot? I'm just asking because it's amazing. It is amazing. And yeah, there's that. Okay. Christine D., thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Get to your question right after this. Right now, we're doing what feelings does M have for me? Why don't we use 100 cards for every reading? I don't understand it. I get all excited, and I just keep pulling cards until I can't fit any more cards in there. It's like you know, when you have an eating disorder where you just eat until you can't eat anymore. It's like I have the same thing, but with tarot cards. I have a tarot card disorder. Jocelyn, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. In the chat, or should I just wait? Oh, Mayo Graham. I'd repost it, Mayo. I say just post it again. Just post it again. Divine Universe, welcome. It is good to see you. By the way, if you don't get your reading today, then I'm here every single day. How many days have I missed? I missed one day, and that was the Super Bowl. That's it. That's the only time that I have missed a string. All right. So, because football does take priority. And the next time I miss the stream will be the other Super Bowl. So once a year, missing a day, I think that's acceptable. I think that's acceptable, in my opinion. By the way, let's change the footer. We need a different colored footer. I need something that looks better. Green is not my color. What about this blue? That is an eyesore. Why did I choose that color? That is just outright ugly. No, not that one either. Speaking of eyesore, let's try this one. That's just terrible. We're going to use it anyway because I need to rethink my colors because that eyesore color is just so bad. But we're going to use it anyway just because that's what we do here, I guess. So what feeling does M have for me? The Temperance, Knight of Wands. I could use another card on this Knight of Wands for sure. Where are we going with this Knight of Wands? We're going into the Seven of Wands, a different combination there. I love the blue. I like blue too, but that looks like a Christmas light vomited or something. Like the Christmas lights you put around your house. It just looks like it just vomited. It is an eyesore. Okay. Anyway, let me see. It's bothering me now. What was I thinking? I actually made that myself. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, we're going to go back to we're going to go back to this. But that has a weird border on it. Okay, we're going to go back to this. All right, now we're normal. Now we're normal. All right. So what feeling does M have towards me? Temperance. Seems that they have pretty good feelings, maybe mixed feelings about you. I think that they sometimes have confusion about sort of how to deal with you almost. They don't really know, they're not really sure how to proceed. I think that they get mixed messages. And some of the mixed messages because maybe you're not sure how to proceed as well. And they're sort of trying to figure out the entire situation. It's almost like you have a bit of interplay between the different types of messages that you're sending each other, or the different types of feelings. It's almost like that maybe you have alternate feelings based upon what they do, or you have some different types of reactions to their behaviors or things like that. So it doesn't seem like that there's a synchronicity involved a lot of times between you. So you'll be in a situation and then you think you want to proceed, then maybe you don't want to proceed, or et cetera, et cetera. So there's a bit of a confusion with that. And the Seven of Wands sort of highlights it above the Knight of Wands. I think that action needs to be taken place, but the actions have not been taken place, and they're either delayed or they're confused or they're wound up. And some people really don't want, some of the people don't really want the same goals, or they don't want things to move forward at the same speed. Some people just don't want things to move forward at all. So you do have a lot of sort of conflicting messages in here. And we're coming around to the moon. I think all of this sort of works itself out, eventually works itself out, because one of the key factors here is that you do have a good emotional connection. You do have this intuitive feel that this person could be an important person in your life, and you do want to proceed with some stuff with this person. So the moon sort of indicates that emotional synchronicity a little bit, at least from you, that we're sort of moving in through there. The Two of Wands. So does this proceed as normal? Is this sort of something that just has a natural procession to it, where everyone moves forward, things go forward, things are smooth as they sort of glide along day to day? The Two of Wands says basically no. Two of Wands says you do have some factors that need to be worked out, some things that need to be fixed, some items that need to be addressed before that sort of happens. So a lot of different feelings within here, a lot of different sort of readings almost that you have towards here, like a back and forth. It's like a broken seesaw, right? Shaker Maker, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. It's almost like a broken seesaw, to where one side goes up and the other side goes down really quick, and the other side goes down really quick, and the other side goes up really fast or down slowly. It's a broken seesaw. Anyway, that is my reading there. Shaker Maker, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. So Christine wants to know, what are Jeff's thoughts, feelings, and intentions? That's a lot of intentions, thoughts, feelings, and emotions with romance. All right. Christine D. CD. What are Jay's romance feelings? There you go. All right. I do want to use something different. What would be good for romance is the echoes of failure. No, I'm kidding. The Victorian Romantic Tarot. There you go. Figure out what is going on here with Jay. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, goals, intentions. That's a lot of stuff. But let's do it. Shaker Maker, you're single, right? I believe you're single. I think the last time you said something, you were single. Let me know if that's changed. If that has changed. Okay, the Fool. I think they're willing to... Wow, you got a lot of good cards. Well, you got a nice little spread of cards there. All right, so as far as Jay's concerned, I think Jay wants to sort of hop into something. I think Jay's ready to hop into something, right? We have the Fool. Definitely looking for an adventure. Definitely looking forward to diving into the Two of Cups, which is the best, other than the Lovers, would be the best romance card that you have in the entire deck. Wanted to dive straight in, wanted to take an adventure into the Two of Cups. And it's sort of that's the adventure, the Fool. It's not the Chariot. Let's move forward with this. It's not the Eight of Wands. Let's move forward with this quickly. Let's move forward with this quickly. It is the Fool. Let's dive into the unknown. And the unknown is important here because I think there's some things that you just don't know about each other. I think there's some things you just don't know about Jay, and you're trying to figure it out at some point. I think there are some hidden things, some unrevealed items that you sort of sense or feel that at some point I'm going to run into these at full steam. And, you know, you want to really run into that or not, you sort of have a mixed feelings about that. But the Fool means let's dive into it. Let's dive into it and figure it out as we go along, because that's what life is. It's an adventure. So after you make sure the person doesn't have coronavirus, you know, because that's a good first step. That is a good first step. So yeah, you know, there's that. Into the Two of Cups, let's get into a passionate, love, good relationship. An Empress, let's get into a serious one. Let's get into a serious one. So let's not wait. Let's not wait. We move pretty much forward into a good, positive relationship, right? This is a very good 3-card combination here. Possibly the best 3-card combination that you could have for this question, basically. So the Hanged Man says that at some point you're sort of evaluating if you want to continue or not. And it could be because you sort of burn out, or it seems like more of your choice at this point. The Hanged Man, I think that you maybe find the unrevealed information that's over here in the Fool. And, you know, you're sort of doing that. You're sort of doing that with the Hanged Man. So you're sort of reevaluating some parts. It doesn't mean it fails. It just means you're reevaluating some things at some point. And the Page of Swords, you start talking about this and start discussing this. This becomes a topic. It becomes a topic at some point. So anyway, yeah, that's what I think what happened. So that looks really good. You have the best 3-card combination I've seen in quite some time. All right, House of Tarot. Jocelyn, we knew you were hot, but now you're hot. Or House of Tarot. My finances in next 3 months. Well, I've got a good news, bad news combination here. One is coronavirus. All right, for this one, we could use the Wizard's Tarot. Would be great. All right. Did Shaker Maker say if you're single or not? Shaker Maker, did you say you were single or you're not single? I think you said you were single before. Anyway, I think so. Let's scroll up and find out Shaker Maker's thing here. Okay, so Shaker Maker said April future love reading, and I don't see a reply. I'm assuming so. All right. So let's do these for that. Finances the next 3 months. I am going to probably see some coronavirus effects right here. If you shorted a bunch of stocks, your finances are looking fantastic. Okay, now luckily, I was invested heavily into stable things. So my stock portfolio didn't take quite the hit as some other people I know that lost a lot. So now I'm going to switch it to stocks, because now I want to get that extra dollars. I don't need tarot cards. You need a coronavirus screen. Yeah, that's great. Let's make one way to guarantee that everybody leaves would be to have a coronavirus screen. All right, Yvonne, welcome. Marby, welcome. Hey, how's it going? All right, so Christine D said, thank you. You're quite welcome. There you go with Jeff. Entertainment purposes. Okay, my finances for the next 3 years. The 7 of Pentacles, the Tower, the Knight of Swords, and the Sun. Well, there you go. There you go. I mean, that speaks for itself, right? The Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. Do we want to switch to the Trump bucks? Hang on, let's switch to the Trump buck screen. See if you get the Trump bucks. I think the sun says you may get the Trump bucks. You may get some of that Trump money. I don't know. But yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. You do have some variance in the finances. You do have a bit of variance in the finances. I think it goes up and down. It's interesting as far as just the amount of turmoil that you might see basically from the financial realm. The Tower sort of indicates that that's coming in force, right? It's coming in force. We have the unpredictable. We have, okay, Shaker, I got it. Thank you so much. So we have the unpredictable Tower right after the Seven of Pentacles. It's like we have choices, but a lot of those choices as far as finances go are just sort of challenging for the first month or two or the first month or so. And then it starts picking up. I think near the end of that, it starts picking up. And that could be because you get some of them Trump bucks, or it could be because the stocks sort of pick up a bit. People are hiring, people are more positive and things like that. Although I do see on the news, you have two different people. You got one person that says that we're going to have coronavirus for the rest of our lives and all of us are going to be unemployed. And then you got the other person that says, well, give it a couple of weeks, basically. So you have like these two camps. One says we're going to recover quickly. The other says we're never going to recover and the whole place is doomed. It's like, make up your mind. So the Tower says you will have some variances in the early stages, right? We're sort of moving into that 3-month period. But now either the Trump bucks come or things settle down or you have some job opportunities or you have some marketing opportunities or things like that. And you see the sun, right? And I think that this sort of indicates before the coronavirus, we were at an all-time high. We had almost no unemployment. We had everybody was gainfully employed. We had stocks were insanely high. People were hiring. I mean, a lot of people were hiring. We had a hiring event to where we were just gathering everybody we could and interviewing them. So you have a lot of these things that were doing great, and then the coronavirus hit. So it's obviously it's going to bounce back. But as it bounces back, and I think at the end of that 3 months, you're going to be looking pretty good. The sun is a very positive card. You're going to have projects. I think if you're going to do a Kickstarter or if you're going to do a project where you're selling something, it could be beneficial to ride that wave as everything goes back up. Would be a good wave to ride, it seems. No, by the way, entertainment purposes only. But I'm just saying. You may get some of them Trump bucks, and you may, you may end up using it to get some tarot decks. You never know. But it's looking good. The sun is looking good there. All right, now for the main event: Shaker Maker and Love. Shaker Maker and Love. We got to have some of that. Love. Shake it and make it. April, future, love. Here we go. All right. Let's go to the love screen. We got to do the love screen. Oh, no, I moved my thing. All right. What would be a good... just for Shaker Maker, the perfect deck would be the This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot. We'll try this. Single and ready to mingle. This is the perfect tarot for this reading. I'm just saying. All right, let's find out. On the love screen. Yes, there's a PayPal link down there. Go down there and you got a PayPal link. We'll do an extra card just because it's Shaker Maker. One of our biggest supporters. Always hangs out with us. So nice. So let's see about love. The This Might Hurt Tarot. You got to use the This Might Hurt Tarot with the love screen. Yes, you have to. All right, what are we looking at? What is the prognosis? Let me move my Wizard's Tarot to somewhere that I have room. I'm not even sure where I can move this. Do I have room anywhere on this desk? so much real estate for putting stuff. Single and locked down. That's the best part. That's the best part. Yeah, make sure they got a coronavirus-free certificate. The corona-free certificate. If you go out with anybody, just make sure. You want to check immediately. Jamie wants to know, mention a guidebook. Yeah, Jamie, I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you very soon. Okay. So, Four of Wands, you're stuck at home. You're stuck at home, locked down in the Four of Wands. But you're ready emotionally to dive into something. You're ready to dive into something. So I think that Vicky, hello, how's it going? And Van Ann, how are you? Mary H, yep, okay. So I think that you're sort of stuck at home. I think you're ready to mingle. You're in that mingling mood. I think in late April, you're going to be out mingling. And I think that you end up finding somebody that's quite nice. You find a couple of people. You find somebody that's quite nice indeed. And this, I believe, is going to be a Pisces. And the Pisces, the King of Cups. A bit on the emotional side, pretty passionate about a lot of different things. They don't really mess around. I think that they end up being just pure passionate about stuff. They don't have just a light opinion. They don't have a subtle opinion. They have a strong opinion. They're very, very ornery as well, as far as the King of Cups goes. We have the sort of the Pisces fish here sort of creeping out. And the Pisces sort of looks out for you. And I think that they're very emotionally secure. I think that you find them attractive. I think that they're interesting. And definitely somebody that you want to go out with. And the Ten of Cups says you could have a relationship with this person. It's not really going to last forever. The Five of Cups says it does eventually end. I think that they're pretty much not exactly the person that you want to hang out with for long, long periods of time. Maybe because of the passion, maybe because they are very opinionated about whatnot. But definitely an interesting person, somebody that you can sort of, hang out with, the Ten of Cups, make a nest with, make a nice little relationship with. But I think you just get bored of them overall. Five of Cups, you end up abandoning them and giving them the boot. The Five of Cups boot. In the meantime, I think that you have somebody else that's hitting on you, the King of Pentacles. I think that you end up meeting a Virgo, the Virgo King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is pretty much a very self-centered, arrogant person. But they're really, really interested in you. And they really want to talk to you. They want to hang out with you. And you're like, this is an interesting person. I mean, they're not exactly my type. Maybe I'll be a friend or what have you. But I think the person ends up being a fairly decent friend. I don't think they're going to be going out with this person all the time, but they sort of hit on you and you're like, yeah, I think we're going to put them in the friend bucket. The King of Pentacles. You end up finding out the person actually fairly well off. So the Four of Pentacles is actually a popular person, a person of notoriety, and you end up, not finding that out because they don't like to brag about it, which is kind of odd, but they are sort of in the wealth category, and they end up being a decent friend. And you sort of go out with a person and you go out and do stupid stuff, like go out and do, miniature golf, or go out and just do, sailing or something like that. So you end up going and just doing fun things with a person. They're just a fun person to be around. I think they end up being a friend for a long period of time. So anyway, you end up making friends with a Virgo. Four of Pentacles, they do hang on to their stuff. They are very possessive of stuff as well. And you sort of really have to get that friend bucket. You really have to just jam them into the friend bucket with like a stick. You just got to get the stick and you just got to go, yeah. You got to jam them in there really hard because they keep wanting to come out. They keep wanting to come out of that friend bucket. So you got to just stamp your foot in there and jam them back in. So that's the way it goes. But I think they end up being a pretty good friend. They end up going out and doing stupid stuff that you otherwise wouldn't get to do, like go on a nice sailboat, go out and do some ridiculous stuff sometimes because they just want you there, you're just for sort of fun to hang out with. And I think they still want to get out of that friend bucket, but if you give them the boot and jam them back into the friend bucket, I think they'll be all right. But they that occasional reminder to get back in the bucket. All right. This is going to be loud. I'll mute because I'm going to throw it over my shoulder into the hallway. And that was indeed loud, but luckily I muted it. All right. Night Reader. Will I get Trump bucks? Let's do one card. One card for the Night Reader. And one card for the Night Reader about the Trump bucks. What do you say? The Three of Swords. No. No Trump bucks for you. Oh, we need the background. No Trump bucks for you. I think you have issues getting the Trump bucks. I'm sorry, the Three of Swords. I hate this camera. I really do. I'd buy another one, but the economy right now, you know? Three of Swords. All right. All right, let's get out of the Trump bucks screen. There we go. That's it. Two men, really? Indeed. All right. But at least you have the echoes of nature. That's what's important. That's what's important. The $1,200, that's not important. Echoes of nature, that's important. Okay, so my myogram. I lost my old friend Mathis, who brutally started hating me. Well, that's not good. Due to influential people thinking I'm a bad person, can you tell me what's happening between me and Mathis? Well, I don't know. Let's find out about you and Mathis. Just because Mathis is quite a unique name. All right, M hates me. What's next? M hates me, what's next? What would be a M hates me type of deck? I think that we need to use, of course, the Gilded Tarot Royale. There we go. All right. Let's find out about M. M hates me. What's next? Is M gonna not hate me? M got some bad information. Got some bad information about you. That's never good at all. By the way, this is the last reading. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate that. Ending soon screen is there. There we go. All right. So let's find out about this. First one is the Two of Swords, Death, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. I think that M is going to come around. I don't think. So what is the exact question? What is next? Okay, what's next? I think. Hello? Hello? You okay on water? Yeah, I'm okay. All right. I complain about not having water so much. Like everybody I know texts me and goes, "You got water? You got water? I saw some at Kroger." So, that's so sweet, though. That's so sweet. I love all my friends. I do. I love all my friends. Okay. If they're watching this, I love you. Big hugs. Big hugs. So, I think they come around. The Two of Cups says they end up coming around. They do, right? The Nine of Cups, it's going to take some time. I think they realize that the people that talked bad about you, talk bad about people all the time. The good news, why would I jam them in the bucket? Because Shaker Maker, they're trying to get out of the friend zone. They want to get into that romance category, They want to get they want to get jiggy with it, They want to get in that romance category. And you may not want that. You may not. If you do, hey, good news all around. Good news all around. The Two of Swords says that the people that talked bad about you talk bad about a lot of other people. And it doesn't take an IQ over 100 to figure out that, hey, this person's bad-mouthing this guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy. Maybe this person is the problem, not that guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy. Obviously, right? It doesn't take that big of a stretch to figure out, hey, they talk bad about everybody. I think at this point, death occurs, and death is not really death. It's changing, it's moving, it's migrating opinion, it's being a different perspective into how things work. And I think that they're going to sort of say, hey, I think we need to reevaluate the rumor mill over here is the problem, not the people they're talking about. And the Nine of Cups says they do have a change of heart, and they sort of figured this out. And now they sort of end up, maybe M was not as bad as I originally thought. Maybe this person I need to reevaluate. They do have a lot of good tendencies, good qualities. I think they reach out to you and they end up, figuring this out over time, right? They figure this out over time. And the Two of Cups says that you make up and there's not a lot of negativity anymore. And I think they sort of get over that and move forward with that. But obviously, good news, rumor mill starters do it all the time. They don't just focus on you, they focus on everybody. And after a while, people start figuring this out. So it's pretty obvious over time that you're not the problem, they were. So just be patient and let that sort of resolve itself and work itself out. But I see good things for the future for you. Anyway, that is the last reading. I greatly appreciate everybody being here. If you didn't get your question answered tonight, I'm here every single night. I only miss one day for the entire year. Can you believe that? I miss one day for the whole year. I never get sick, by the way, because I eat fruits and vegetables, and my immune system is like the Avengers. So you'll never see me on sick day. Anyway, thank you for joining me. We will see you next time.